Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Irina Chapung speaking. I'm an intuitive coach, rainbow warrior, and an alchemist. I haven't been updating or doing sessions for a while now, as people who follow me can tell. It's been a few months, and the reason for this is actually the subject of the title, dating apps. So I decided to make this video mostly about it. As usual, I haven't really planned exactly what this session is about, just the main subject, which is dating apps and my experience with it. And also I'm planning to do some intuitive readings with the card, and I don't really know exactly what I'm going to give it intuitive guidance about, really, if it's regarding the subject or not, but we'll see. I just go with the flow, like most of the time. So yeah, we can do a little bit like this, I think. This is fine, maybe. Okay. So yeah, I haven't been updating because the last 2 months, maybe a little bit longer, I mean, it feels like a long time, but I think I only been like on dating apps since beginning of December, I think. So a little bit more than 2 months. I'm not 100% sure. And I tried a few different ones. And I just want to give my opinions of it and advice. I'm not the most experienced in this because I never ever in my life tried dating apps before. I never believed in online dating, that you can find the one in online, or that I mean, realistically you can find the one everywhere, anywhere, at any time. But I don't believe in looking and chasing for love and then find the right match for you. I don't believe it works like that. So that's why I was very hesitant about it. But I think it's a good experience if you want to get closer to finding true love and to get more experience in relationships. I think dating apps are perfect, actually. And some few lucky ones, I think they do find true love and last for a long time with their partner that they found on the internet. So I will just talk from my own experience. Of course, there are millions of people in the world with similar or different experiences, of course. And yeah, so I will just give some background history of my life in order to tell, so you can understand maybe how strongly I react to my experiences with online dating. Like, I met someone really young, like when I was living in London. I was only like 21, and we got married and we were together for like 8 years. And then we divorced in 2010 after living in Sweden for almost 3 years together. And I just made that's when I started to go through the dark night of the soul. And I always been spiritually interested and a new age person, but it was another whole level. It was a spiritual awakening process to get divorced, and it was my decision. I felt like I always choose the path of personal development and my soul's evolution compared to safety and staying in a relationship because it's safe and secure, even though it doesn't feel like it's my true path or 100%, for me anymore. So I always been brave like that in taking new directions in life and follow my instincts from my soul, my guidance from my soul. And it's taking quite sharp turns through my life because of myself. I never really had a disaster happen to me, and I'm quite good at adjusting to changes and sudden changes. I'm actually that kind of person that thrives in change, when unpredictable things happen to me, because then my creative spark is enlightened and I just get so much ideas from that. From me, I personally don't like monotone lifestyles where things are predicted, like safe, secure, predicted, and same with the relationships, that you are too much in a routine with each other, nothing new happens, you don't do new things with each other, you take each other for granted. That's not the lifestyle for me. So I think I'm one of the fewer ones who are the other direction. I'm more for adventure, more for my soul's evolution, more for unpredictable lifestyles, and also relationships, which make me end up heartbroken and in drama a lot of the times, because I fall for the unpredictable and the little bit maybe secretive behavior, especially in dating apps and partners and stuff. So okay, the background background story. Yeah, so I divorced in 2010, and it was both an awakening, enlightening experience to me, and also a really painful one, and it's uncertain one, and I was so scared, and because I had built up my whole life around my partner, and when he was out of the picture, I had to start all over. Who am I when I'm by myself? Because I met him so young. I didn't even find myself before I met him. I was only 21, just moved to London. And so it was a big crisis. It lasted for many years, actually. But I decided quite early that I don't want to just throw myself in another relationship, and I want to focus on my well-being, my personal development, my health. So I stopped drinking alcohol, I became vegetarian, and I started to focus on my body much more, exercising, yoga, also saving money and traveling by myself all over the world. That's what I did. So these are the treats I got from actually deciding to go my own way, leave a safe and secure relationship, which was very good, and not perfect though, because I needed to find my own independence, and I needed to find myself, which is hard when you are sort of adjusted to another person in their lifestyle. You have to be considerate when you are in a relationship. You can't just go your own way and still expect to keep the person in your life. So I'm proud of myself that I took this decision, because it's made me much more mature relationship wise, and I love myself now, which I never done before. I love myself, I accept myself, I've grown so much, I've become so much wiser, and I met lovely, wonderful, interesting people all over the world since I traveled a lot, since I became single. And so all these years it wasn't planned, but it turned out, I thought I would find a new man within 6 months or something like that. But I ended up being unhappily in love with person after person after person, like unrequited love, in impossible people who can't be with me. Maybe they were in another relationship, or maybe they were too old, or maybe they were too, or maybe they were just not interested. We were too different as people, or it was different reasons, but it was like something I had to work through, a part of my dark night of the soul awakening, to learn to love myself and to also heal my heart. Because obviously there is a reason when we are stuck in a destructive pattern, like which in my case was falling in love with people who are not available to me. But then after a long time, after 6 years actually, in the end of 2016, I met my most recent ex-husband. So now I have 2 ex-husbands. And we were together for 2 years, but we had a long distance relationship because he was Moroccan. He is Moroccan. And he was emotionally fulfilling for me, and I was so happy to find someone that was like interested in me and that was my friend as well, best friend. And yeah, I believe that we would have children together and live here in Sweden and all these things. But I also met him at a time during a year when I've been in Bali for 3 months, meeting soulmates, just feeling like it's the end of my dark night of the soul. I'm so happy now. I found myself. I love myself. I prioritize myself. I stopped thinking about finding another match for me, another love. And of course, that's when he showed up in my life through Facebook, and we started to chat as friends. But immediately we both felt some sort of connection. And I went to visit him just after 3 months, or less than 3 months, I think. Like, yeah, it was less than 3 months. I just went to see him for 2 weeks in Morocco, and we were together from the beginning. You know, we were both ready to start a relationship, so we just decided to be together from the first beginning when we met. You know. And yeah, so we ended up getting married, and we planned for him to come and stay with me. And but during this time I was still in a evolution process. I felt like I just learned to love myself. I'm happy, but I still feel like I have so much things I want to do. I want to grow a career. I want to start my own business online, which I haven't even started yet, by the way. And I want to do so many things still that this relationship would probably stop me from doing, because I would need to focus everything on us as a couple and stuff. So more and more it turned into more like a friendship than a love relationship. So we recently got divorced last year, and now I'm single again. And we are still talking from time to time, and that's one of the things I'm proud over in my previous relationship. Like, none of them have ended like with drama or conflict, like I never want to see you again. We all ended up as civil people, being friendly to each other, being polite, you know. So I'm very proud of that. It doesn't mean that we didn't have I haven't had issues in my relationships. I had a lot of issues in my relationships, but while I was in the relationship, we always solved them. We faced the issues and we solved them, and we grew together. And when we felt like the relationship couldn't go any further, we didn't grow anymore together, then it's the time when I've been parting ways in my relationships. Because for me, relationships is all about growing and evolving, and also life. So if two people end up stopping each other from reaching each other's dreams, or fulfilling our potential in some way, or if one person have to sacrifice their happiness to for the other person to live their dreams, I mean, of course, if your dream is number one is to love your partner and to be with your partner, that's your dream. But if both people have dreams that take each other away from each other, and one have to sacrifice their dream for the other, I don't think it's right. I think it's more mature to go different ways and stay friends in those cases. And that's what I chose to do in my relationships. So yeah, so I've lived quite a celibacy lifestyle, and also clean, focusing on clean diet, exercising, learning to be more positive, think positive, learning about relationships, friendship, and all these things, and being mature. But I spent a lot of time by myself, actually, because I live in a place where I didn't grow up. So it's and in Sweden, here where I live, it's quite hard to get friends. Because where I live, many people have grown up in this place. They have their childhood friends, they have their families, they are always busy, so they are not really available to meet new people. They are not interested or available to meet new people and get to know new people, I feel like. Because I tried a lot the first years in the beginning, and the people who were available weren't really my soulmates. So we didn't stay friends for that long, you know. So I spent a lot of time by myself, but the benefit of that is that I developed my psychic skills, my intuitive abilities. With the tarot card, I studied a lot about health, about spirituality, and I just feel like I'm living my true potential now, and that I'm following my life mission, why I'm here on earth. It's to do what I love and what I do best, which is to be passionate, following my dreams, and to be an inspiration for other people, and also help people through my intuitive guidance and also my many experiences, which are quite different from most people who don't travel around the world and save children to the last minute like I do, if I ever will get children. I don't know. So back to the dating game. So actually, I've been in celibacy for most of the time since my ex-husband was living in Morocco. We didn't have much time together, just a few weeks every year. And I feel like I've become very mature from that, very disciplined, very clear thinking regarding relationships as well. I know what I want and I know what I don't want, and I see clearly what's healthy and not. And I've been slowly breaking these patterns of codependency and staying in a relationship that doesn't serve me only because you don't want to be alone, which is so common. And also through my work as an intuitive coach, which I work for a company that I give guidance on through the phone. So people call me, and I use my intuitive abilities and my oracle cards to help them and guide them in questions about lifestyle, relationships, work, health, personal things. And I also got an experience through them, through these dating apps, and how many people that are stuck in what they think are relationships with a person living some other place, and that is not honest to them because they met through dating apps, and it's so easily to hide that you have several people that you are dating, or you actually have a relationship and you are not serious about this person that you met online. So I got a lot of stories like that, plus my own experience now. So let's start. So I've been, in one way, I feel like this last 2 months I've been meeting more men and had more interested men than the latest 10 years. So that's one benefit of dating apps, that it's easy to get attention and to get to talk to people that you hopefully can develop a relationship with. The not so positive thing is that I attracted, or I talked to a lot of people that has inner conflicts that are not balanced, that they haven't dealt with they haven't faced their shadow or their dark side, or they have relationship issues that depends on themselves, and they sort of project that onto other people that they don't know. Like, for example, me, when I talk to them online. So I feel like these 2 months I've been like heartbroken because I actually been interested in two people I was very interested in. And I'm the kind of person, I go into things with an open heart and honest intentions. And I'm vulnerable, and I'm honest, and I reveal a lot about myself without getting as much back in return, or the same openness back in return. But that's the person who I choose to be, and it works in the end. It works best for me, and also because I'm like this, quite quickly I sort out and I see who is responding honest back to me and in a positive way to me. Who do I want to keep in my life, who has potential and who has not? Because if I hold back and if I'm not honest, there's no point of the whole thing, the dating app thing. Because if you start it with not being honest yourself or hold back a lot, then I think it's like you lose the whole point of it, because the whole point is to reveal yourself and for the other person to reveal themselves. And as soon as both people reveal themselves to each other, it's quite easy to feel like, do I have potential as friends or as a couple in a love relationships. It's quite easy to see once you're honest with each other. So that's something I'm proud of myself, that I always been in relationships. It can be annoying for some people who are not used to it, because they think I'm too private, I ask too much questions, I reveal too much about myself too soon. But that's my choice, and it's work. As I said, I don't like to waste time. I don't like to get to know somebody 6 months and then find out something that I could have found out the first week, that it's a breaking point for me, like, do I want to be with this person or not? You know what I mean? So the sooner the better. And to be honest, painfully honest, it works for me. Yeah, so my experience is both mixed, actually. But what I feel like, it has taken so much time. It's like a full-time job, really, dating apps, to, if you want to find love, to try and get to know people, to be available for people, and to ask to different people the same thing all over again, starting all over again, starting from the beginning, asking the same questions. It's quite exhausting, it's quite boring in the end. But if you do find that special person, of course, it's all worth it. So I'm pleasantly surprised, because all of the attention I got, of course, I didn't think I would get as much attention just for a few pictures and some words on the dating apps. But I'm thankful and pleasantly surprised by that. And then I haven't had time to talk to almost any of them, because as soon as I find someone that's interesting, I stop chatting to other people. And if it's Tinder, for example, I stop matching until I know if there's a potential or not between me and this person. Because I feel like I easily catch feelings for people, and I can't catch feelings for someone and still keep on matching, looking for other people and be curious about another person. Because I'm a one person woman. I don't want many men. I want one man. And I'm not into this thing that many people do, that they match and mix and match, and they can date many people at the same time and talk to many people at the same time. I feel that's not a way to find love. Then you're not really interested deeply in finding love, because if you are that shattered in your energy and in your attention to different people, you can't you will mix everything up, and you can't get a grasp of a person who is right for you, you know. And also, if you can't choose between 2 people or 5 people, it means that no one is right. Because when you find somebody that's a good match and you take the time to get to know that person, it's not like you just throw them away in order to start all over again with another person, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm positive, because I got some friends, nice guys, that actually are more like friends to me now that I chat with sometimes on the internet. So I catched a few friends there, few, or maybe 2, I can say 2. I catch 2 friends there, and also I become really interested in someone there, actually 2 people. But now both of them have actually, I feel heartbroken by both people so far, and no luck there, because I haven't been reciprocated. I don't know if that's the right word. I haven't been reciprocated my feelings and my interest in getting to know someone yet with these people that really spark my interest. So, but that's life, you know. I'm actually, by now, I'm so used to being rejected, so I can handle it with grace, because part of the dark night of the soul for me was to learn to handle rejection, especially from men when I have an interest in them, and to dare to be vulnerable, and to dare to face the fear and shame of rejection, you know. And I've gone through it so many times the latest years now, so I feel like I learned to love myself, so I don't take it that personal anymore. Even if at the time when you're being rejected, of course it hurts in the heart. If you like someone and you are very interested in someone and you are having warm feelings for that person, but that person doesn't feel the same about you, that's a bit heartbreaking. But it's also life, and if you don't, if you don't keep going, you will never find what you're looking for. You have to just be a warrior and get yourself back together and think it's not about me, it's not about them. The fact is, I feel strongly, but the other person maybe don't feel so strongly, and you just have to accept that and keep on going. That's life. So yeah, so the positive sides of dating is it's easy to get hold of people, because I tried the natural way in my town and when I travel around the world to get contact with people I'm interested in and to talk to them. So far, most of them, like 80-90%, have been like already in another relationship, or they haven't been interested in me or available in some way. So, but that's also part of my dark night of the soul process. So I attracted these people for a reason, probably. And the point, where was I? I got lost in the tracks of talking. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the positive sides and the negatives. Yeah, but yeah, so I try to meet people in here in this town, both friends, of course, friends, and also potential partners. But it's very hard in Sweden socially. It's not like in other countries where people are more social and open to meeting new people. It's quite closed off here, and people tend to hang out only with their closest family and friends, and be a bit shy and not so interested and open to meet new people and to be honest, have an honest interest in getting to know new people and letting them into their lives. That's what I experienced. And the few people who I have met in this way, they haven't been a match to my personality, because I felt like an outsider in this town because I'm not born and bred here. And I attracted more like this sort of outsider type of people who also feel a bit outside. And the only thing we had in common so far is that we feel a bit outside and that we don't have many friends here. So those relationships haven't lasted for long because we haven't been properly matched, other than that we feel a little bit alone maybe here. Uh, so yeah, but the positive thing is, as soon as I was thinking, it must be people here who are single and who wants to meet friends and have relationships, even if I haven't met them myself in person here, living here, working here. So as soon as I go out on these dating apps starting end of last year, I'm like, oh, it's here. They are all here. It's so many from this town, for example, who are on the dating apps as singles. Not all of them are singles, of course, but yeah, so many people you can talk to online all of a sudden. So, but it's also, the catch is also that it's easy to hide who you truly are. It's easily to lie, and it's easily to not be serious about people too. That's the negative thing. And also, I feel like people are behaving differently online on dating apps than they would in reality if you meet someone. Because, for example, I've talked to several guys now that I haven't even met in person, and we started in a good way to get to know each other. But somewhere along the way, when we discuss things, they have exploded. I stepped on as we say in Sweden, I stepped on a toe, their toes or something. So they exploded on me. So for me, that's like, I clearly that they have issues that they haven't dealt with, and they are projecting it onto me because I know I dealt with my shit. So it's not about my shit. So they just exploded on me and like, oh, you are this, you are that, and blah blah blah, and like, for me, only because I asked some question or had an opinion that wasn't, that stepped on their toes, that maybe they felt was describing them, and it wasn't my intention, man. But it wasn't my intention, but that's what happens if you talk about honestly what you feel and what you like and don't like. So I had some guys exploding on me on my face, some guys blocking me unexplainably and just saying like, no, you are too weird, or I don't like you, or blah blah blah. And Some have even blocked me because I didn't want to see them in person before I saw them online, like a video call. Some people, I've been blocked for that too, which I find very, very strange. Because if you care about a woman, her safety, if you truly are after a love relationship, you would be considerate enough when you don't even know this person to give her the safety of meeting face to face online, so she can see you are really the person that's you projecting onto your profile with pictures. I don't even know if people have their own pictures or not, sometimes, because they don't have their true names and all. So yeah, a lot of shady things are going on online too. I discovered that. But I truly think that you can find love there. I do think that it's quite rare. If you are just looking for sexual relationships, of course, I think it's very, very easy. It's perfect with dating apps. But if you're looking for like soulmates, substance, and it's more like a lucky chance, I think, if you meet someone like that. So I think I talked enough about my experiences there. And also, as I say, I have experiences from people calling me in my work as an intuitive coach with their love problems, usually about someone that they think they are in a relationship with, that they met online, but they are maybe long distance. And but when I look into the cards, and when I hear them talk about how their communication has been, I see that this person is not honest, and they are either involved with several people, or they have a relationship at home and they are just cheating, on the internet. So this is one common theme that I see often, and that's also colored my view of online dating. And also now with my own experiences, I know that's quite common and true too, because I already been in those situations myself a little bit. And so I think some people only go to these dating apps and online dating because they want ego boosts, approval of themselves. Maybe they don't get enough attentions from their partner or their surroundings, so they don't just want to go and flash themselves up on the internet and looking for positive compliments and people to maybe fall in love with them or to like them or say good things about them. And as soon as they don't get that, as soon as they get maybe an honest opinion, they just block them out and they get upset or explode. It's very unsocial and immature behavior, but I noticed this is common on the internet. So that was surprising to me, because I felt like these 2 months, that's why I haven't been online doing YouTube videos. It's because online dating, actually, because it took so much time, first of all, and it's distracting, and also it's exhausting, especially when you meet people that take your energy and put you down or say something negative to you or just block you out. Or I feel like it's actually taken a lot of strength from me and a lot of positive energy from me. So I'm still not giving up, though, because it's been like a little bit more than 2 months only, so I will stay a little bit longer. But I tried like 4 dating apps, I think, and now I only have one left that I keep for now. But we'll see what happens. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. How long I will keep it for. So now I wanted to give you some guidance too. I'm thinking about what subject, if I should talk about love and internet dating, online dating, or if I should just give you some guidance for the coming months. Okay, let's ask universe about positives about online dating, what we can learn from online dating. Let's see. Okay, so let's ask. Universe, we are talking about online dating, looking for love online. So what are the benefits, you say? What can we learn from online dating? And how should we handle online dating? What's the best intention to have when you use online dating? I'm going to ask the same thing for several cards and see. So online dating, universe, what do you have to say about online dating? Online dating, universe, what do we learn from your online dating? Positive things. Ah, okay. That was a negative. So online dating, universe, what do you have to say about online dating? Yeah. So universe is fair. Universe is actually giving me 50% positive, 50% negative. I think it's always best to start with the negative and finish with the positive. So let's see. So universe brings this up about online dating. We start with the negatives. A concern that the universe knows about, of course, about online dating is that children get hurt. Children get hurt. So there are plenty of people under the age of 18 who are playing on these apps maybe, or can get easily predatories for or I mean can get victims for pedophiles and such. So this is about a mother's concern for her child. So the concern about internet and dating and relationships in general are that children get hurt very easily and through the internet and through these apps. It doesn't need to be even a dating app, as you know. It can be anything that you can disguise your true identity and pretend to be another age and show another picture than your true self. So the universe is concerned about that. That's a problem that should be solved, or people should work on solving on the internet, not to let this happen. Maybe to make, for example, dating apps or these more sexually apps only for 18 and above, and also for people to use bank IDs to log in to their accounts. So if you're under 18, you can't have a bank ID. And also, if you have a bank ID and if you in some way have to show your true age, and you will be sorted out from apps that are made for younger people. Maybe that would be a good idea to find something like that. The universe also say that the negatives about online dating is that it's part of our materialistic world, that we can buy things and get things whenever we want. Many people are used to in the Western world that we can buy anything we want when we're hungry, we can eat whatever we want, we can live wherever we want, we can change profession if we don't like it, because we always have options. And many people translate this into love. They get very childish and spoiled, stuck in their egos, thinking like, oh, I want to be pregnant now, I want to have a child now. And then they think they can just, by wanting that, they think that universe owe them to deliver them a child right now in this moment. Same with relationship. Many people think like, oh, I want to meet the right one right now. I deserve to meet him right now, or her. And that attitude won't give you the right person, because then it means that you are in your selfish ego and you are not really in a state of love. And in order to attract love, you have to be in a state of love yourself, because like attracts like. And the law of attraction states that you attract situations and you attract people into your life that somehow resonates on your energetic vibration. It's complicated. Like sometimes it's more of a lesson to the people you attract, and sometimes you attract persons who are necessary for your growth in order to meet the right match, for example. So the universe talks about the negative thing, the other negative, second negative thing about online dating, except for young people getting hurt and used, is that we think that we can decide ourselves, like it's like a thing, like we disconnect, like with our we don't use our heart and soul when we look for a partner always online. It's more like shopping, like I want that, I want this, I look at this picture, I like it, I don't like it, I like this sentence, I don't. It's not like realistically, it's not a realistic way to find love, because they say it's, you have to trust the universe and destiny when it comes to things like this, love. This is what this card states. Also, the divine feminine, which I feel too. The negative thing about online dating as well is that it's not about, if you think yin yang symbol, masculine, feminine, and what's controlling our world the latest centuries, maybe even for thousands of years, is the destructive masculine forces. That's why we have wars and we have greed, because it's a destructive side of masculinity. And the universe says here that it's not balanced. It's lacking the divine feminine energy, online dating. And that's what I agree with, because it's all about looks. It's all about sex and looks, usually, when it comes to online dating. That's what people think about the first when they choose a partner or not, or they like someone or not. It's like looks, sex, attraction. It's not about heart and intuition and deep feelings. So in order for online dating to be more balanced, we need to realize that it's maybe a good way of practicing, getting to know people, being social, but also to practice on not being egotistical, not thinking shallow, like love comes in a shape like this. She or he have to look like this. They have to earn this much money. They have to have this kind of lifestyle, this job. They have to. I mean, it's not a realistic way to find love. So that's the negative sides of online dating, according to universe, and I completely agree. Of course, I should, because it's the universe. Which is much more wise than I could ever be. But that's the thing about being connected to your higher self and the universe. When you are connected, it's like you are one with the universe, and I get as wise as the universe when I'm connected to it. Then sometimes I get, of course, brought back and stuck in my ego self. That's when we do the wrong choices for ourselves, and we hurt people and we hurt ourselves. So it's always a good thing to strive for being in your higher self, high vibration, and don't act when you are upset, angry, or confused, or scared, because most likely you will take decisions with your ego, and it will just end up getting worse. So the positive things about online dating, the universe says, is that it's playful, experimental, you can grow and evolve as a person. It's possibilities there. If you think positive when you go online and you date online and you don't take it too serious, you will find positive situations, hopefully, that allow you to grow and have fun and play and get to know people in a playful way, as long as you don't expect too much, because obviously they encourage you to go into this love dating game, app game, with excitement and with positive energy, and to see it as experiment and to see it as a way of growing and evolving in relationships, and to have that idea that there is a possibility I can actually find what I'm looking for here. And for everyone, it's not love, of course. For some people it might be a very good friend, and for some people it might be, of course, sex, only sex, and that's fine if you're looking for that. As long as you're honest with that and you find somebody who is honest and want that exact same thing back, it's fine. So that's a positive side about dating online. Another thing Universe mentioned is that it helps you to break fearful habits of maybe taking contact with people in real life online. For people who are shy, online dating can be the in-between steps to get to learn that it's not so dangerous to talk to people that you don't know, and it's okay to hit on that guy or that woman that you think looks very good and you are scared they won't like you back. It's a way to try this without getting as hurt as if you would meet someone in reality and they reject you. So they talk about being brave and take risks and take chances and being adventurous. So that's another positive thing about online dating apps. The Scandinavian warrior goddess Freya, this is on this picture with a wild cat. Yeah, so be independent, be brave, take risks, be adventurous, see it as game and fun and play. But another thing for that also is if you are in a state where you are maybe very sensitive, depressed, maybe feeling like you recently been very, very hurt, I wouldn't recommend online dating, because it's highly likely that you will attract somebody who put you down in the same way. Like when you go out for these things, you should feel quite neutral or strong within, because yeah, it's a harsh world out there on the internet, especially. People say things that they wouldn't say to you in reality. They would be too scared to express that in reality. So if you are feeling like you are very sensitive and you can't handle negative opinions or people who steal your energy, because that happened to me a lot on these dating apps, trying to create drama and steal your energy, positive energy. So then you should wait until you feel more stable before you try this game, because it's a game, really. Yeah, and they say that for some people, they actually find their happy future online. Don't worry and be happy. Emotional fulfillment. So the positive side of online dating is that some people do find true love there, and if you don't find true love on the internet, it might be a step for you to find love, because it might help you to get in contact with people you will never speak to in reality, but different personalities that you would never attract in real life, maybe at your work or when you do your hobbies and stuff. So it's a game. It's where your soul can grow and evolve, and you can polish your personality like a diamond, so you are more ready to meet someone in reality after. That's the way I see it. And also to face your fears, especially for those people who are a little bit shy or afraid to be rejected. It's easier to be rejected on the internet than it is in reality, because I've been been rejected in reality a lot of times, and that hurts a lot. So it still hurt when I got rejected here on the internet from some people I liked, but of course it's not as close as, it's not bad at all compared to the reality. And also I've matured as a person, so that's why also I don't take it personal like that. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to give some just motivational advice from the universe. I don't want to make piles that you can choose this time, because the topic was about dating apps. So I'm just going to ask universe for people who will watch this session for some positive, encouraging advice or predictions about their future. And also, yeah, what you can look forward to the coming months up to spring and summer here. Let's see. We can start with an angel message, I think. So angels, for people watching this session now or in the future, can you please give them guidance, positive guidance about the coming months, or just about life in general? A lot of empaths are watching these sessions that I make. Sensitive people with big, kind hearts, Angel says. And it's also fitting for the topic, like it can be a harsh reality on the internet and also in reality, of course. So universe wants to tell you that they can see that it's not that if you have been hearing from friends or family or people that you are too sensitive, you are too emotional, it's not true. You are to be an empath, meaning that you can feel much stronger than other people. Things that other people feel like, it means that you are more in contact with your soul and the humanity. So actually you can feel pain very deeply from other people, from events, life events, from when you watch news, from when you hear about events in history that hurt a lot of people, and that some people don't react to this means they are not connected to their heart chakra, and even that they can't connect to other people's realities. They are too much in their own reality, that they are separated spiritually from understanding that we are all connected, So you should see this as you are a wise, loving soul. It can be difficult, but it also makes you very strong. It means that you can feel happiness very strongly, much stronger than other people. And also that you can feel pain very strongly, much stronger than other people. So actually also part of this empath, I'm an empath myself, is that, we can work on ourselves so we feel it's much more easy. I feel like I worked on myself so much, I don't get affected as much by other people's feelings and emotions anymore. And I don't feel as hurt and as I used to. Of course, I still get hurt because I feel like I'm always open, but and expect the best from people. But I also feel like part of our empath jobs is to enlighten other people about feelings and compassion. And we also carry burdens from other people, like people who aren't strong enough to handle their own pain, their own emotions. We are helping empaths in the world, are helping them to carry this burden. Like many of us empaths, we can feel like we are heartbroken, we can feel sad, we can feel angry, we can feel like we have a bad day without knowing what. And it can mean that we have been in a room or at a workplace or in surroundings with one or many people that feels in this way. And what we do is we bring some of their negative energy with us when we leave, and we take care of it, because even if we don't know it or understand it, we are transmuting this with the universe. We are close to the universe, and we are close to being one with everyone. That's why we can take on other people's energies easily, and we can also transform it to something positive. We can learn how to take we help these people who can't handle their own pain, their own sadness and sorrow, and we carry some of their burdens. This is not healthy if you are in a close relationship with friends, family, and partners, like love relationships. Then it's called that we are codependent if we are like this. Because if we are continuously with a person who dumps their shit on us, and we all the time need to feel heavy and transmuted, we can't focus on our own purpose and on our own happiness, and so that's not healthy. But to do it sometimes is unavoidable if you are an empath. But you can learn how to do this in a way that you can quickly get rid of negative energies or heavier energies that doesn't belong to you. Even if empaths, if we get in the beginning when we are young, we get also very heavy by our own negative thinking and our own sadness and sorrow that we get hurt. So we need to learn how to faster and easier get rid of these burdens once they attach to us. And one way is, for example, to be alone, because empath tends to be introverts as well. To be alone in nature, to meditate, to do something positive by yourself. It's a fast way to recharge your batteries. If you are religious or if you are into spiritual practices, praying works. Listening to music that makes you happy, and exercising, of course, eating healthily. All these things always work to raise our energy and to get rid of negative energy. The second card here is for advice for you people watching this, is creativity. That's also a way of releasing for sensitive people, but for everyone basically, of course. Creativity is a way of connecting with the universe and be a channel for universe imagination and creation. So creativity, it can be music, it can be art, it can be writing, it can be doing things with your hands, or just dancing, or so many things can be creative. Even people who repair cars, for example, they have to be creative, laying there, come up with solutions. And for some, that's meditation and therapy. Some men to lay and do mechanics with the car, So, creativity can look very different for different people. But it's also, for some of you, it's especially strong about creativity, that creativity is part of your soul's gifts. So some of you watching this session, you have very, very strong creative gifts that you can work on, some of you can even make money on them, but some of you can use them for yourself and your closest family and friends, because it creates a lot of positive energy in your environment when you're being creative. And it makes you more happy. And it's also a way of releasing negative energies, as I talked about. If you have gotten dumped on negative energies from others, creativity is a way to release that, and also get inspiration from the universe. So that's some future advice and predictions for you people watching this. Let's see what they want to say more. Angels, do you have anything else to say about the closest future, the closest month up to spring and summer here for people watching this session? Balance. Yeah, so now is the time to be still. People, for you who are really like looking for answers, looking for solutions, looking for change in your life, universe is saying to you the answers are within stillness, within quietness, within doing nothing. I have such a cute bird sitting on the bush out there, also cute, with yellow belly. Two of them now. Yeah, so before spring and summer, it's time to rejuvenate your body, take care of your health extra much, detox maybe for the spring here that comes soon. Universe asks you to listen to your body. Do you have pain somewhere? Do you feel low in energy? And then take repercussions for it, like change your diet. Maybe you need less stress in your life. Maybe you need more sleep, more maybe fruit and vegetables, raw green diet. Listen to your heart. If you have a decision to make, listen to your heart. What does your heart say? And what does your mind say? Try to balance that out, because usually the mind and the heart says completely different things. So it's about finding balance for you. And also the most important, treat your body as a temple. Your body is a temple. Like we see it as our soul is here on earth for just a short moment in this life, and it uses the body as its temple. And the soul is pure. The soul is pure life force energy. And to make the most out of our life here on earth, we have to respect and love our body. Our mind and our heart have to get along with each other, how to treat our body and what to do with our life. The more you love and respect yourself and your body, the happier you can be in life. Because your body is like, you can say it's like a friend, it's like an organism. It will reward you if you treat it well. If you respect your body, if you treat it well, it will give you abundance in return. It will give you strong health. It will give you beautiful looks. It will give you positive energy, radiance, and it will help you to achieve your goals. And in order to do this, we can't let our mind push our body to. Some people are maybe too lazy and they treat it like a dumpster. They put shitty food in the body. They don't care about if it's tired. They don't exercise. And some people maybe are opposite. They push their body too hard. They work out too much. They have a too strict diet. They force it to do things that it's not ready for yet, or maybe not ever. So that's about the balance, to listen to your heart and soul and to your mind, because your mind can't control the universe, and the mind shouldn't control your body or other people as well, because that's when life gets messed up and you create drama and health problems and such. Let's see more. So universe, what advice do you have for people watching this session now and forward? What advice do you have for this year? I will ask the same thing for many again now as a ending, because I already talked for 1 hour now. So what advice do you have for this year for people watching this session, universe? What's the advice for this year? Wow, big changes. And it seems to be a lot of sensitive people watching this, going through things, heart-based things, healing. What advice do you have for the people watching this session for this year, universe? Okay, So let's see. So the advice from universe is, both for men and women, to focus more on the divine feminine, the cosmic womb this card is about. For some of you watching this, it's actually about creating a family, to have another child in the family, to get pregnant. But for most people, it's about cherish the divine feminine, which is to be still, to listen to ourselves, to be the male oriented energy is action, to take decisions, to work for our goals, and to the whole society is based around the masculine energy actually. So this is about balancing that out with the divine feminine, to be more creative, to be more still, to listen with our heart more, our soul, to be one with Mother Earth and nature. Be still, listen within, meditation, love yourself. The divine feminine is a lot about self-love and the heart. The masculine is more about the mind-based. That's why also it's more usual that women are more spiritually in tuned with our heart and our soul, and also more empathic than many men, because men tend to be more up in their head, more rational, more distant from their feelings. If I generalize it. It's about dreams, to dare to dream, to follow our dreams, and to dare to believe in them. And once we have gone into ourselves, meditated, reached a higher energy level and health, as we got advice to do, it's time for organization, which is more manly, clarity and organization. Tidy house. So it's about making our goals clear. What are my goals and how can I achieve my goals? And then organize that on a list or in your own mind. What steps do I need to take in order to reach my goals? Then it's a drastic card, Kali, which means usually the end of something and the beginning of something else. Endings and new beginnings. It can be the endings of a destructive lifestyle, endings of a relationship, endings of thinking in a certain way, a destructive thought pattern. It can be ending of a job, and new beginnings are coming after the endings. So the universe says, in order to make space and give room for the new and fresh that you want to receive in your life, you need to take decision with the past you and cut things off and move on. And after the endings comes a time of healing, medicine woman. So if it's ending of relationships, or if it's ending of it can be anything. It can even be that ending can be that somebody in your family has died, or somebody close to you have died, and you need to grieve that. So endings means always new beginning, new way of life, and a time for healing and process this. It's a lot about healing and feminine energy for people watching this. And that's what the world needs too, because we are in a very destructive mental state, with wars, with torture, with disrespect to one another, between different countries, between different races, between different opinions, between different political parties. Everything in the world is about war. Even disease is war. Cancer is cells attacking themselves in the body, making the body sick. Cancer is cells attacking healthy cells in the body, making them grow in a deformed way, sick. So what's without reflect our within state in the body. So think positive, be loving to yourself and others, and it's more likely that you will stay healthy as well. Yeah, it's healing. And for people who are wishing for something, universe are answering yes. After the healing, there comes a time of dreams being fulfilled, especially regarding love. And the sun is there and hearts around it. But also regarding anything, dreams, letting go of things. So for people thinking, is this the right way for me? Can I really do this? Will I find this in my life? Yes, you will. They want to say yes. For many of you, already this year, it will come true for you. But for some of you, it will be the beginning process of reaching your dreams and goals. And new opportunities, all once more about feminine divine energy rising through the body. New opportunities in life, love, and wishes fulfilled within relationships, like friendships and love relationships, and possibilities even in work and career and other things. But this is regarding relationships and love first and foremost, you see. But it's also healing between the masculine and feminine within our own soul and bodies, because we all carry masculine and feminine energy, and the society we live in doesn't allow it to be in balance. So in order to find it on the outside, we need to find this balance within us, and the other way around. Okay, I think that's it for this session. So thank you so much for watching my session, and I'm wishing you a good start of this year 2022, and hopefully the end of this hysteric times of the virus and all the repercussions about the virus and the restrictions regarding the virus. Hopefully this will be the end of that this year, and that we can live like normal and even better than before when this is over. I hope so. So peace, namaste, thank you for watching, and lots of love and good luck and health to you. And what else can I wish you? Peace, inner peace, blessings, abundance in all various forms. I wish you. Okay, take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.